So you have been called back by the company you gave your full presentation to for a second visit. They've asked you to speak only about the ethical aspects of the problem and to explain why your solution successfully handles any ethical issues. You will have 10 minutes, and when there are 2 minutes to go, I will hold up that beautiful handmade sign. There will be no Q&A, no slides, no video. You probably don't want to have more than 2 or 3 members of the team do this presentation. And with that, tell me when you're ready and I will start the timer.
Okay, we're ready. Hello, my name is Christina Barajas. Our vision is to be founded on ethical thinking and practices. Our proposal to the Institute of Tourism Group, Costa Rica, from our tourism consulting group is to generate income to protect the environment, culture, and to promote economic development. With this project, we want to create sustainable tourism as a thing where people will travel to Caño Island or San Lucas Island and go home and want to practice sustainable tourism on their own. It would be amazing to see not only these islands in Costa Rica be ecologically and culturally sustainable, but other places as well. We want to ensure that we are a model for other places to emulate. There are typically 2 types of hotels: expensive resort style, where people want to relax poolside, go to spas, have a drink, and do some shopping. Then there are the poorly built hotels with no amenities and nothing to do. We want to be neither, not a luxury resort or a poorly built hotel. We want to be in the middle. We want to rely on natural beauty that is the island. We will build within the panorama of the island. Solar power will not be an eyesore, nor will the waste plant or rain barrels. To help with our carbon footprint, there will be no cars, no airplanes, or big luxury cruise ships. Instead, there will be small boats to bring in the guests. On the island, we want to keep everything culturally intact. For instance, the stone spheres of Caño Island are being touched and people are taking pictures with them. These stones should not be tampered with. The hopes for these stone spheres is that there will be an exhibit of stones and the Diki culture who made these extraordinary creations. Also on Caño Island, we want to save the marine life and reefs, emphasizing on the sharks that are being fished out for their fins to make shark fin soup. Right now, there's not enough resources to prosecute all of the illegal fishing that is going on, and there are not enough rangers to do anything about it. On San Lucas Island, we would like to exhibit the prison and show some of their stories, such as how the prison worked, what it was like, and we would like to do this without it eventually falling apart, almost like an Alcatraz. Also on San Lucas, we would love to preserve the indigenous archaeological sites and the burial grounds. We want them to be seen, not touched. On both islands, we would like to have walking trails leading to either the stones, archaeological sites, or just to see the beauty that is the island. We wouldn't like to see people just traipsing about, ruining the magnificence of the islands. Thank you so much for your time. I'd like to present Rebecca.
Thank you, Christina. Hello, my name is Rebecca Saavedra. So the ethical issue with creating a tourism experience is that it requires well-paid employees, which leads to happy employees. As we want to increase the tourism experience, that means having well-paid employees that will receive wages modeled after the standards of the United States. Good ethical practice includes having higher paid employees, which leads employees to be more connected to their place of employment. Currently, Costa Rican's average pay barely meets living wages. These people work hard every day just to come home with the bare minimum. Costa Rica right now is bringing in people from other countries as immigrants just to pay them less than they deserve. Places all over the world do this because it makes it easier knowing that that is what the people are used to and that they don't have to pay as much. Having low pay rates should not be normalized in a country that is bringing in more money than usual. By us bringing the hotel on an island and having it succeed should mean the island that we are building this beautiful hotel on should contribute to the rest of Costa Rica. Having higher paid employees will attract more passionate and committed employees. This would lower the turnover rates and support the tourism experience. By changing the wages, we are bettering the community and giving them the resources that will overall change their everyday lives. And if competitors see how well we are doing, they will want to increase their wages as well. The happier these employees are means the guests will receive a better experience. Having good ethical treatment creates employees who are outstanding in their field. We cannot get an outstanding tourism experience if people are not paid well. By increasing the wages and increasing the joy that surrounds the employees, it will attract more guests and will in time bring more money, not only for the business, but for the community. More money means more resources that we can use to help provide for Costa Rica. A lot of places in other countries trick people into lower pay rates because they are used to being paid in small amounts. They don't tell immigrants what a real minimum wage is because they are trying to get free labor or trying to get labor at a very low cost. No matter where our employees come from, we want to make sure they are getting paid the right amount and not lying to them just to save our own money. People from all over the world have to leave their families and their countries in order to make more money. But because they are considered immigrants, they believe the wage they are receiving is acceptable. Creating an ethical wage for our employees is a high demand, and all of our employees will be receiving a real living wage that will overall change a country if everyone sees the impact it brings for our island. Doing this is a big step in fixing the wage problems in Costa Rica that Costa Rica already has. Thank you. I would love to introduce Danielle.
Thank you, Rebecca. Good morning. My name is Danielle Hockman. We want to better the lives of people in Costa Rica. The ethical side of putting a hotel on an island is very important. As tourism dimension consultants, we advise people on the benefits of having tourism and why we believe it is necessary to bring tourism to the islands of Costa Rica. We believe that this tourism project will deepen the understanding of the importance of respecting other people, other cultures, and the environment. If we do not consider bringing tourism to these islands, the things that matter most to these people will deteriorate. These islands need the funds to preserve and better what is most important to them. Costa Rica has one of the best education systems in Central America, but the children in Costa Rica are some of the most uneducated, untrained, and unemployed youth in the Caribbean. This shows us that their education system is lacking greatly. Without the export of tourism, the youth will stay this way. If we bring in tourism, we will be able to fund the schools to better the education for these children. They will be able to grow up with a solid education that they can use to get a job or even run their own business. Many of these children have families who are uneducated, and we want to prevent that from happening to the future generations. Costa Rica also has marine life that needs to be protected, but can't because they are lacking the funds to constantly patrol the areas. People are taking advantage of this and they are constantly fishing, which is endangering the populations of fish and sharks found in Costa Rica. Like Christina mentioned, sharks are being used for shark fin soup, which is extremely illegal, but people know that the chance of them getting caught is extremely slim. If we allow people to keep fishing at this rate they are currently, the fish will be extinct. By having the funds to put security measures in place, we are protecting these creatures. We want to have security patrolling the area at all hours during the day and night. We want to show value to the marine life. By protecting these species, we are creating a culture of respect for the visitors, local people, and for future generations. We do not want to lose sight of the culture. Currently in Costa Rica, they have unprotected archaeological sites that are getting ruined because they aren't able to be preserved. The local indigenous people who are no longer there have many unpreserved archaeological sites. People are unaware of some of the artifacts that they are touching and destroying. We want to be able to bring in the funds to protect these archaeological sites. We can turn them into historical places or museums that tourists can go and visit while they are there. This will preserve, protect, and spread the culture in Costa Rica. By bringing in a sustainable tourism venue, we will be bringing in the funds to preserve what is important to the environment and the people. The economy will flourish due to the increased revenue that is now being brought to these islands. My colleagues and I have put forward a number of steps that promote ethical practices. Our proposal is designed along ethical principles and practices. We believe that ethical behavior and practices create values that are for today and the future. We want to start now so that we can ensure protection to these important aspects. We believe that we will be bettering the community and the people of Costa Rica if we bring sustainable tourism to the island. Thank you.